and against a franchise in a single season. And anytime it's just you and Wilt up there on the graphic, you know, you done something. Historic night for Luka Doncic.
Thank you, Luka. Just, you said that you didn't know what your emotions were going to be like tonight. Just what were you feeling out there on the court?
I don't know, honestly. Everybody saw me the way I reacted to the video. You know, all these fans, I really appreciate it, man. All the teammates I had, you know, everybody had my back. I mean, I'm very happy, you know. This guy, I love these fans. I love the city, but it's time to move on.
What was it like for you sitting there watching all that love, watching that video pregame?
So many emotions. Can't even explain it, you know. Brought tears to my eyes. Like I said, I came as a young kid here with 18, and I know what to expect from NBA. And, you know, they made me feel like home, and it's just a lot of great memories.
How were you able to not be too emotional, to still come out and play and perform the way you did?
I don't know how I did it, because when I was watching that video, I was like, there's no way I'm playing this game. But, you know, all my teammates had my back. They were really supporting me, so I really appreciate that.
Other than getting the win, other than putting up 45, what was the best part about coming back home here to Dallas?
First of all, I could sleep in my bed, but then just to be back with the fans that I spent 6.5 years with, you know, supporting me like that was just unbelievable for me.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Mike.
Well, Lisa, he's always been guarded with the media. Rarely lets you know what he's really thinking. We didn't need him to say any words to know what he was thinking tonight.
They just gave you a glimpse, both in the 48 minutes and in that interview, of why he's beloved. Brilliant as a basketball player, but you saw the very human side of him, Richard.
You did, and that's what we said. We didn't know.
When guys returned, I don't know if I've ever seen a tribute where the guy was as emotional as Luka Doncic was. He was literally crying on the sideline, which lets me know he was probably more invested in Dallas than Dallas was invested in him, because they chose to move on for a guy that's giving you 28, 8, and 8 over career and averaging 32 in the playoffs. But were you surprised at how emotional he was and how he was able to channel those emotions and go out and do what he did?
So you as an athlete, like, you know how it is when you first get drafted to a team, and you've had failure and you've had success there. Like, you were able to get something, you were able to build something, right? Especially us as athletes, whatever the role may be.
Yep.
Him getting emotional may be surprising to a lot of people, but when you're forced to leave and you're not ready to leave, a lot of fans don't know how that feels. Right? To getting so close, right? To getting so close to, man, we almost won a championship. We're one piece away, 2 pieces away from a championship. To get that close and to turn around and be blindsided, you right? You know, like I think it's the smoke there with the communication part, right? I think that was the most, like, man, I did everything you guys wanted me to do. You guys couldn't tell me. You feel me? So mixed with all that, I mean, emotion is bound to come out. But hey, listen, he was emotional before the game and he was emotional in the game. Bell.
Yeah. Ocho, you know, Ocho, Pat Bell, me and Ocho talk a lot. It's kind of like a relationship. The relationship is most hurtful to the person that doesn't want to leave the relationship. See, if you're ready to get out of a relationship, ain't no skin off your back, you're ready to bounce. But when you're not ready to let said individual, be the man or the woman, it's hard. And you like, what can I do? Well, in a situation like this, because Luka, as you mentioned, they blindsided him, it wasn't nothing Luka can do because the trade had already gone through. So now, you know, a lot of times in a relationship, well, hey, I'll do this. I'll be better. I won't go out as much with the boys. I'll do this. I'll do that. So it hurts the individual that doesn't want to leave the relationship. But to see him that emotional, Pat Bev, it tells me he did not want to leave, even though he was going to the Lakers, which is one of probably the most storied franchise, Boston and the Knicks, the most storied franchises in the NBA. Even though he was going there, he's like, bro, this is my home. I think he had just built closed on a $15 million pad or something out there in Dallas. Yeah. He didn't want to leave. And all of a sudden, y'all come up with all these reasons. I don't care what it was. Bro, do y'all see the numbers? I just took you to the NBA Finals. 2 years ago, we was in the Western Conference Finals, and this is what you think
It's
of
only
me?
a couple people, and I don't think people understand this, huh? And Mr. Ocho Cinco, it's only a couple people that average 32 points in the playoffs.
Right.
And one of them
Jordan.
didn't have no hair on his head. It's only a couple of those.
Yeah. And so you know what, Pat?
So,
you know what that
like you gotta
listen. You know what that tells me, Pat? And I've said it before. If this was a crime, if this trade and Anthony Davis leaving the Lakers and going to Dallas and Luka coming to the Lakers, if this was a crime, whoever's responsible for it would get life in jail. That's how bad this trade was. That's how bad it was. It's ridiculous for Luka to go out there tonight to have that tribute, to have him cry and be emotional, then to have 31 at the half and finish the game with what, 48? He finished with 48, huh?
I think he had 45.
The finish was 45.
45, 8, and 6 with 4 steals.
That's ridiculous. And then every time he touched the ball, you playing in Dallas and everybody cheering. Then you got the chance going on, and then you got the chance about insulting. Not the
Fire Nico.
Come on, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. And it's criminal the fact that this even went through for a player of that caliber, just based on some personal thing that they didn't see fit and giving him the type of money he was going to get in a year or two.
See, I like to look at it like this, right? We've all seen the stories of when a player leaves and you see fans burning jerseys, right?
Yeah.
You see fans. You got to put security outside. To be an athlete and to see the opposite of that, to see the fans gather together around the athlete, right, and kind of go at the top management, it's refreshing. Right. You feel me? I wouldn't say it's fair. I just say it's refreshing.
This is what's being reported. According to Tim McMahon of ESPN, team sources have said trading Luka will likely cost the team 9 figures, hundreds of millions of dollars over the next few years. This season, the Mavericks are expected to lose millions due to the dwindling crowds, plummeting merchandise sales, and sponsors severing ties with the franchise in wake of the trade. Numerous fans have canceled their season tickets, and the Mavericks appear no closer to making amends with the fan base than they have deeply hurt this season.
Well, it's impossible to repair that in a month.
Because you can't get him back.
It's impossible.
You can't get it back because you got to think about it. This is the biggest trade because we've never seen a guy this young, this talented, that didn't ask to be traded to get traded. Querim asked to get traded. Shaq left. There have been other guys. LeBron moved, KD moved, but to trade a guy at 26, averaging 28, 8 and 8, averaging 32 in the playoffs, and you move him. We've never seen anything like this, and we might not ever see it again because normally these guys like Luka and LeBron and Steph and the greats, Magic and Bird and Kareem and Jordan, they don't come along. But once every 15, 20 years, you got him. You got him. The thing what makes it so credible, Pat Bev, is that you got him under contract and he doesn't want to go anywhere.
Listen, hey, Pat, you might know better than me. Your eyes and your ears are still to the NBA. And do you know if what Luka was doing away from the court, away from the game of basketball, because the issue definitely had nothing to do with him, what he was doing on the court, was what he was doing off the court really that bad to justify them moving him? A player of this magnitude that you just said averaged 32 in the playoffs, and there's only a few people that have been able to do that. What he was doing, was it that bad to really say, you know what, we're going to move on from him and send him to the Lakers and not tell anybody and just deal with the ramifications on the back end?
So you have to understand. So I spent some time in Europe, and I was able to deal with some really, 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 really good Europeans, right? And I dealt with a guy named Milos Teodosic. Milos Teodosic, he had to have a couple cigarettes in his mouth after the game, but that's just how he relaxed, right?
Right.
That was his Euro step, right? Everybody got something, right? Everybody got something. So that was his something. I don't know if it was similar to any of that. Obviously, we seen the video. He drinking a cold one after a big win with his pops. Somebody comes over, Mike Finley comes over, take beer out of his hand. You know, we hear things about overweight. We hear things about, okay, he keeps getting hurt because he drinks. Like, we hear it.
Smoking hookah.
Right. We hear those things, but you really don't see them, right? You don't see them. It's just you hear them. So, like, if you can do all of that and that doesn't affect your play and you still showing up, people forget, not only does he show up, he shows up at the biggest lights there is every single time. Every single time. Like tonight.
Yeah.
And it's only, and y'all know, right? Y'all been to Pro Bowls, y'all been in the spotlight, y'all know how it is to get that catch, you see that light on you run until you can't run no more, right? He's doing all that right in front of our eyes. 26 years old, generational talent. You let go.
Yes.
You let go. I don't know.
I don't think, you know what? Me personally, I think we use the term generational, but he's a transcendent talent. Transcendent. Magic, Jordan, Kareem, LeBron, the guys that we're going to be talking about for 2 generations. So our kids going to be talking about this like, hold on, wait a minute. I mean, the guy had a 60 point, 20 rebound, a 10 assist game.
Gives you Dragan Petrovic.
He got what? Yeah, how many? Like, he's got like what, 40 point games now? It's crazy how great he is. I was telling Ocho, Pat Bell, when I first got in the league, guys used to smoke all the times. I saw Greg Town with the Raiders at halftime. He outside sitting on his helmet smoking a cigarette. I'm like, is this really happening?
Yeah.
Guys, I mean, there are guys on our team that would, we get a break, they go to the truck and smoke a cigarette. Or, they go fire it up. It didn't bother me because Dave's at the front of the line. We doing wind sprints, they in first. So, hell, I'm thinking I need to start smoking so I can keep up with their ass.
Hey, I tell you, listen, I tell you what, based on the Lakers' performance tonight, somewhat of a precious